What is up, y'all? It's your boy the Renegade and we're doing a video, and in this video, as you can see, I'm doing a Mortal Kombat 11 video. And yeah, apparently we got another article, because if you don't know, I did a Mortal Kombat 11 video to this prior and whatever, which we got like a little like touch of information, whatever. This one apparently has a bunch of information and whatever. And yeah, I'm gonna read it for y'all and whatever, but before I get started with that, right, please take this with a grain of salt, because you never know, this could be totally bullshit and whatever, you know what I mean? And I don't want y'all to come to me and be like, yo dude, you lied to me and whatever, you know what I mean? I didn't. I found this article, have no idea if it's true or not. I'm not telling you it's true, you know what I mean? Although it sounds believable, I'm not saying it is 100% real. So yeah, there's this disclaimer right there. With that said, apparently, before this article, it was leaked onto the Mortal Kombat X's Reddit page, and apparently it was leaked by the same guy who basically leaked the Injustice 2 roster and whatever, you know, the full roster leak that was so heavily covered and whatever, which wound up being true and whatnot. And yeah, apparently Mortal Kombat 11 is gonna have 30 characters on the disc, you know, from the gate and whatever, and it's gonna have 10 like DLC characters and whatever. That's a little bit more than what Injustice 2 has. You know, Injustice 2 is basically their biggest roster to date, unless you count Mortal Kombat Armageddon and whatever. So pretty soon we're gonna reach that Armageddon like threshold and whatnot. So that's the thing. From those 30 combatants and whatever, right, we're gonna get 17 returning from MKXL. Notice they said MKXL and not MKX. Also, there will be 7 returning characters from previous games, 6 of which that are going to be from the 3D era. You know, Deception, Deadly Alliance, Armageddon. I guess Mortal Kombat 4 could count, because that was the first ever like 3D game and whatever. So that's a thing. And the final 6 will be brand new characters to the franchise and whatnot. He says that Raiden will be the main bad guy, you know, the main boss of this game and whatever, which, you know, I think was pretty obvious from the after credit scene in Mortal Kombat X and whatever, you know, where Raiden rips off Shinnok's head and threatens Liu Kang and Katana, who basically are the king and queen of NetherRealm right now, if y'all don't know. So yeah, that's the thing. We have Dark Raiden back, and apparently he's going to be in this game as the main bad guy, which I think is pretty awesome. I think that's actually one of the things that's gonna come true. And also, as far as gameplay, they're gonna keep on with the variations, like type gameplay and whatever, where you pick your character, let's say for instance Scorpion, and you have 3 different versions of Scorpion to pick from, each with different like gameplay mechanics and whatever. Like one might have, you know, the spear, the other one might have a teleport and what have you. Like each one would be different. And also with the story mode, they're also going to continue with what they've been doing, I think, since Mortal Kombat 9, you know, Mortal Kombat 2011, not to be confused with Mortal Kombat 11, mind you. They're going to continue with the chapter based story mode, where you play as one character in one chapter, then you switch on to the next character, the next chapter, and so on and so forth. Also, it's going to be way longer than like any of the other games that they've done. So longer than Mortal Kombat 9, Mortal Kombat X, Injustice, what have you. Now this part might piss off a lot of people and whatever, right? We're getting the return of NPC characters. For those that don't know, NPC stands for non-playable characters. We got a bunch of those in MKX, you know, like Sindel, Fujin, Nightwolf, what have you. Apparently we're getting a bunch of that in this game. The good news though, we are getting the return of the brutalities and whatever from MKX and whatever. Those were really cool and whatever. Really great surprise enders in like a lot of matches and whatever, so I'm happy to hear that. Now here's where it gets kind of fishy in my honest opinion, and comment down below if I'm correct about this, but I swear like something's up with this, right? It says characters who died in previous games will not appear in this one, right? And they list off a bunch of characters who previously died. Nightwolf, Sindel, Shinnok, which technically he's not dead because he's immortal and whatever, all he did was have his head ripped off. Smoke, Cabal, Melina, Shao Kahn, Kintaro, Matoro, Baraka, and Striker. So according to this article, none of these characters are returning. Now for the characters that are returning from prior games and whatever, he lists them off and whatever, and he says he's actually seen like rendering art of these characters, and the characters are as follows: Kano, Li Mei, Noob Sabat, which I swear was dead or whatever because he didn't appear in Mortal Kombat X. There was really no mention of him except for like intros and whatever. Boraicho, which may or may not have been dead after Mortal Kombat X. Johnny Cage, Shang Tsung, Jade, which I swear was one of the Revenants, so like doesn't she count as dead? Like comment down below and tell me if I'm wrong about that. Dagon from Mortal Kombat Armageddon, Cassie Cage, Jackie Briggs, Frost, which I swear was killed off by Sub-Zero in Mortal Kombat X and also killed off in the previous timeline. So yeah, that's the thing. Not unless she survived being like frozen or whatever, but that's the thing. Kenshi, Kodokan, Jax, and finally Onaga. So you see why that sounds kind of fishy, at least I hope y'all do. Maybe it's just me, I don't know. But he also says, going off the tower endings or whatever, it's pretty safe to say that Sonya Blade, Aaron Black, Raiden, of course, because he's the main bad guy, Scorpion and Sub-Zero, because you can't have a Mortal Kombat without them too. They tried without Scorpion and that was kind of a failure. Takeda, Liu Kang, Triborg apparently is going to make a return, Tanya, Kang Lao, Kang Jin, Katana, Devora, which I also swore died, Tremor, and Goro will all be returning according to the endings in the tower and whatever. They're going off of that, which is kind of like fishy to me because the tower endings are never really canon and whatever. We always go off by the story mode ending or whatever. But yeah, they also have 2 NBC characters that are gonna make characters. One that I think is like kind of cool that should be part of the main roster, and the other one most definitely should be part of the main roster for a certain reason when I read it off. The first character that I think should be part of the main roster that apparently is an NPC is Natara. If you don't know, she debuted in Mortal Kombat Deadly Alliance and whatever. She basically was a vampire. Really cool character and whatever. So yeah, I believe she should be in the game. And the second character being Taven. Taven being the brother of Dagon, which apparently is in the game. So if you have Dagon in the game, why don't you have Taven in the game? Dagon and Taven were like really essential to the Mortal Kombat Armageddon story mode and whatever, you know what I mean? Especially Taven, because in that story mode you actually played as Taven and whatever. It basically revolved around him. He was supposed to be the new, I guess, hero and whatever, the new Liu Kang or whatever, but they dropped him and whatever, so I guess he didn't work and whatever, so that's the thing or whatever. But yeah, that there to me also is fishy. Now apparently he gives us like some information of 2 brand new characters and whatnot, right? One is named Selena. She's supposed to be like a dream goddess and whatever, which has psychic powers and can create things out of thin air, like weapons and whatnot, right? That kind of sounds plausible to me because in Mortal Kombat 9 and Jade's ending or whatever, she might have been in more endings, but I want to say Jade's ending. There was this lady who appeared, which was dressed in red and whatever. I believe it was red. Correct me if I'm wrong about that. And appeared in one of Jade's dreams or whatever. And according to her ending, whoever the lady was, which was never named, took over Jade's body and whatnot. So this might very well be, that character, apparently named Selena. The second character is named Dominic. And get this, y'all. Dominic is supposed to be the son of Kano. And he's apparently a member of the Red Dragon Clan or whatever, which, are rivals of the Black Dragon Clan, which, Kano is the leader of. He only joined because, he basically has beef with his father and whatever. And, they kind of had that father-son rivalry, which, you know, bad guys tend to have and whatever. He hates his father. So, yeah, that's the thing. And finally, whoever posted this and whatever says that the game will be coming out spring 2019 and whatever, which I think is pretty obvious and whatever. If you think about it and whatever, we kind of knew that, you know what I mean, by, you know, NRS's, you know, NetherRealm Studios track record, whatever. They have a Mortal Kombat game every other year. You know, they jump from Mortal Kombat, then Injustice and what have you, so that's the thing. But, yeah, y'all, comment down below and tell me what y'all think about this and whatever, you know what I mean. Whether or not you think it's true and whatever. Whether you think it's total bullshit and whatever. Are you excited for Mortal Kombat 11, whatever? I am, I know that much and whatever. But yeah, y'all, if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up because you know YouTube hates Mortal Kombat, whatever. All my Mortal Kombat videos are demonetized and whatever, you know, the adpocalypse and whatever. So, you know what I mean, if you did like this information that I gave y'all, whatever, please give this video a thumbs up. It would help me a lot and whatever. And if you're new, subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. And until next time, y'all, peace.